Hello, I'm chess expert Gil Luna. This video is on a classic draw called repetition of position. Basically, what that means is the same position needs to be repeated on the chessboard 3 times, and it needs to be the same player's turn in that position in order for a draw to be claimed. Let me give you an example. So let's say in this position, white plays bishop takes pawn, whereas black follows up with pawn takes bishop. After queen takes pawn, check, black can only go to g8. Okay, after king g8, okay, for the sake of showing you repetition of position, I'm going to play queen g6. Knight here is probably a better move, but I'm going to go ahead and play queen g6. Now, you might think, why can't I take this? So let me show you. There's a bishop right here. Okay, so this bishop is blocking the pawn. It's pinning this pawn. So this pawn cannot go here and take the queen. So the king can only go to h8. Now let's say here white decides to play queen h6 again. Check. So now the king has no choice. King g8. And white decides to play queen g6 again. Check. And now the king has no choice to play king h8. So once we do this 3 times, it's a draw. Okay, so let's say we get here, I go check, we get here, and it's a draw. Now, one of the players has to claim the draw. Now, if you are taking notation in a chess tournament and you would like to claim the draw, then you simply show the tournament director your notation sheet. Okay, and you'll see that the same position arises 3 times and it'll be a draw. If you're playing an online chess game and you do this 3 times, one player has to simply hit the draw button and it will be automatic once the draw button has been hit. Okay, now, let me be clear about something, and this is where some people get confused. It doesn't have to be the same 3 moves in a row. It has to be the same position on the board 3 times. Okay, so let's go back to this position after bishop takes pawn, pawn takes bishop, queen check, king here. Okay, so here we have 1. You see this position? It's white to move with the queen here and the king here. So we have check, king here, check, king here. We have 2. Now, let's say white decides that white does not want to force a draw in this position. And white says, okay, I'm going to try to go for checkmate here, and I'm going to play knight g5. Okay, and black decides, all right, I am going to play knight f6, okay, in order to block this checkmate right here, okay, on h7, all right? So in this position, let's just say for argument's sake, okay? Let's say for argument's sake, I mean, in this position, I would not repeat the position as white and get a draw. I would probably play something like rook e3 or queen check, but for argument's sake, white decides, well, you know, I don't see a checkmate, so I'm gonna move my knight back, okay? And black says, okay, well, I need to cover the g5 square. So I'm going to move my knight back. And here white decides, okay, I don't see a checkmate, so I'm going to go ahead and play check. And the king moves to the corner, and we go check, and then the king moves here. It's a draw. Okay, we've repeated the same position on the board 3 times, and it's the same player's turn. Okay, notice we played these 2 moves in between there, but it doesn't matter. If this same position occurred 10 moves from now, it would still be a draw because the position would still be reached on the board 3 times. This is why it's very important to notate. If you're in a chess tournament or you're a young player and you want to start notating, it's very important. You would have to look back at your notes if you suspect that the position has been played 3 times, and you can make a claim with the tournament director. I hope this was clear enough for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.